Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Jerry Conway, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm here for Peter.
Lots of Peter, lots of dicks. It's a lot this week.
Lots of a-holes.
We're going to give you not one, not two, but 3 cannon fodders this week. Welcome back. Oh my! Welcome back to another episode of The Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the top villain on the FBI's most wanted list. It is... You know who I am. You see my picture in the post office. That's right, kids. This time we're going to be talking Amazing Spider-Man 172, 173, 182, and 183. And by the end of this, you will know who the biggest cannon fodder in the Marvel Universe is. And we had a few issues. New issues.
3, 4.
Oh my! I think I only have 3. And we'll have news for you. Not necessarily good news, but new.
At this point, it's never good news. Oh yeah! Shout out to Spider-Man 2099 up in the chat, guys. Oh, what was that? What did Sony cancel?
Oh, that is it El Muerto or whatever?
Yeah. Shout out to Bad Bunny. You don't get to be in a Sony movie.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was.
Oh, things are looking up, but they got the green light for. I think that was in case they didn't get the green light for the live action Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
that was their backup, especially with I think that was going to tie in with the Madam Web. Like that was going to be their whole little live action universe. And now that they got the go ahead,
they got that.
Sorry, bud.
They got that. They got Madam Web. Supposedly Craven is still coming. So.
Oh no, Craven is deaf. That's somebody's fetish. It's happening. Somebody's showing some taco meat in an animal skin suit.
Loincloth, yeah.
It's stupid. I don't know if they're. I think they might tone down the powers that he allegedly has.
Probably. And did I see something, or is this an hallucination? Is Calypso going to be in that Craven movie?
I did not see that.
I just one time only. I thought I saw something about like casting for Calypso or something. So
no, I didn't hear that.
So I was going to say,
you know what? Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, Ariana DeBose is going to be playing Calypso.
See, kids, you're gonna get equal opportunity loincloths, men and women.
I mean, as you should.
Okay, I'm looking up this young lady now. Okay. I can stare at her in a loincloth for 2 hours. Okay.
Well, Craven's not immune.
Ugh.
Why? Like, why would you put that in the atmosphere? They're already doing Joker 2 as a musical, allegedly.
I was gonna say, what movie, what big company would take one of their well-known villains and put them in a musical?
Dun, dun, dun.
What?
I said, dun, dun, dun. Poor Warner Brothers. They're just getting it on all sides. Barbie's not probably going to be shown in Southeast Asia, so it's already like an anticipated loss. Oppenheimer's got some kind of controversy as well. Ooh, not going to be a good summer for the bros. The bros of Warner.
And the Flash is already in like in 8th place.
Where it belongs. We told them we weren't going to go see it. We told them.
Oh, you guys are just kidding us. Nope.
It's like, babes, it's Morbin time.
Oh!
You're done.
Just get to the James Gunn stuff already. All right, come on.
Basic. Sorry, Jason Momoa.
Oh, Momoa.
Anywho, yeah. Sorry for that detour, but yeah.
That's all right.
I was actually kind of looking forward to seeing something different, but what else? Get my live action Miles Morales. I don't give a shit now. Can't tell me nothing.
No.
So let's get to the Cannon Fodder Wars.
All right, kids. So yes.
This cover is so good, by the way.
172.
Yeah, I love
yeah.
this cover.
Yes, kids, it started off as a Rocket Racer week, but you're going to get at least 2 more cannon fodders in here. So
now, you know my favorite Rocket Racer is depicted by James Franco in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, right?
I know.
Scroll way down for those reviews. That's where the cold, hard, wet nipple drop came from.
The first Spider-Man movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Cold, wet, hard nipples.
That whole, yeah.
Kirsten Dunst, yeah. So what you're saying is any version of Rocket Racer either has to have an afro or cornrows?
Exactly. See, I think I saw where Sam Raimi was going. He's like, well, the studio probably won't let me hire a black person right now, so.
All right, so it starts in Amazing Spider-Man 172, The Fiend from the Fire, and no, it is not Rocket Racer. Writer Len Wein, penciler Ross Andrew, inker Frank Giacola, colorist Glennis Wein, letterer John Costanza, and
Can't stand you.
Oh Lord, and in true Stan Lee fashion, Len Wein is editing his own book, so.
Well, you know, him and Denny, they had that thing.
It's
get away with it.
It's Stan Lee, oh my God. Who's good enough to edit your work? Me!
I just read the greatest thing ever written. Who wrote it? It was me!
I just had an encounter with the best sex bot ever. Who built it? It was me! While out taking pictures on Wall Street, Peter Parker happens to witness the Rocket Racer making a theft and goes after him as Spider-Man. The amateur villain gives the wall crawler a good chase, but ultimately bungles the theft and crashes. And
you don't say!
And Spider-Man drops him off for the police to pick up. I'm sorry. There we go. Ha! Tricked you. Meanwhile, Liz Allen is saying goodnight to Harry Osborn after
I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
What? But she's just interested in that large bankroll.
Exactly.
When she returns home, she is confronted by her half-brother, more cannon fodder, the Molten Man.
And worst of all, Molten Man. Holy crap. I totally forgot about that.
And this isn't even his first appearance. This is a return appearance.
Exactly.
Hell,
this is another reason to hate Liz Allen, to be quite honest. Mark Raxton, like, come on.
Seriously, her stepbrother?
Well, we know what's going on the on Pornhub.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, instead of becoming a supervillain, why don't they do something more, more accepted by society and start making some corn?
Exactly. I'm not imagining this though. He was with the Exterminators for a while, right? I'm not imagining that.
The what?
The Exterminators? No.
He might have been. Yeah.
Okay.
I do know Jerry Conway brings him back in the 90s as like. He basically tries to reform and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, how many?
It's another S&S creation though. Good old Stan and Steve.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems like the Molten Man kind of makes a resurgence, like at least once a decade.
It's just fun to say. It's like salsa.
Because people love to say Molten Man.
Molecule Man, Mole Man. Yeah, it's a reason why it sticks with people. You know, Stan was on to something with the double alliteration. It just sticks in your brain.
Mole Man and Mole Man, Molecule Man. Why'd you have to say that?
We're doing me now?
Well, I am a Fantastic Four fan. I'm just saying.
I know, yes, movie people, anything outside the comics, it doesn't have to be Doctor Doom every single time.
Yeah, exactly.
The Red Ghost and his Super Apes, come on.
I think they didn't want to do Super 8 because of Gorilla Grodd.
Because DC has the market cornered on apes. They have 3 at least?
Exactly.
Peter meets up with Harry, and when they see Liz suddenly get in a cab, the fact that she ignores them worries both men, well, especially Harry. I'm rich, why is she ignoring me?
He's like, I'm a chick magnet, why is she ignoring me?
I have money, the ultimate aphrodisiac. Come on. Peter makes a stop at the Daily Bugle where he sells his photos of the rocket racer to Jameson. Jameson acts uncharacteristically when Marla Madison stops by.
Another MM. Ooh. But he's already got another little double alliteration with Glory Grant going, so yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jameson loves the double alliteration. Betty Brant, Glory Grant, Marla Madison. Hell, he makes Joe change his name to Robbie Robertson.
Exactly.
While Peter is discussing Jameson's current romance with Glory Grant, Jameson's new secretary, and Joe Robertson, a call comes to Peter from the police asking him to come down to the station. Going down there, Peter finds that Liz Allen has been arrested for trying to steal drugs from a hospital.
Why the hell she calling Pete? Like, they ain't friends like that. I'm sorry, I don't care what you say. They ain't never been friends like that.
I know. Half the time, all through their history, she's treated him like crap, but now it's like, oh, I need help.
You're leeching off of him just like I'm leeching off of him. There's only room for one leech in this house.
Although, this may fit into our theory that Betty Brant and Liz Allen are the, villain super team, just manipulating everyone.
I definitely think Liz is a villain of some sort.
Her and Betty are working together.
To make men miserable all through the Marvel Universe.
If that
Flash Thompson got away unscathed, thank God.
If the female supervillain's whole plot is to make men scared and miserable, Lilith Hellfire's the female Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Humans with penises.
Whoa!
Except for you, Phil. You're cool.
Oh, thanks. That might be a little controversial, Lilith.
Just kidding. What would I do with myself if there were no men?
I just see her dancing through a field with dogs and a sex bot.
Yeah, you guys might not want to fund the sex bot. That might not end up too good for y'all.
Lilith just sitting in a room watching TV with a sex bot, just hear, imagine me and you.
Oh, that's going to be a great commercial. Thanks for that.
No, you're welcome. You're just going to buy the rights to that song, yeah.
It's cheap. They used to use that in commercials all the time.
That should have been the theme for Salty and Petty.
Being salty and petty forever. It's not too late. Next season, we should get on that.
She asks Peter to tell Harry she's sorry and doesn't explain what she's doing. Knowing her past history, Peter decides to go and investigate as Spider-Man.
She comes from a bad home. Let me just swing by.
That's weird. I think she comes from money, doesn't she? Or is that a later retcon? But I know at some point.
That's a later retcon.
Okay.
So it doesn't make her look like too much of a...
Searching through Spider-Man and searching the various hospitals in the city, he happens upon one being robbed by the Molten Man. Still in an unstable state since their last encounter, the Molten Man is burning up whatever he touches. After a lengthy fight, the Molten Man escapes, leaving Spider-Man to be stopped by police who happen on the scene and hold him at gunpoint. And during that whole Bugle thing, Joe mentions how Marla Madison was the one who built the last Spider Slayer that was sent against Spider-Man. This happened in Amazing Spider-Man 166 through 169.
Nice.
So
what
maybe
a bait and switch.
I know.
Switch cover.
I know. Rocket Racer's on the cover, and he only lasts the first couple pages.
They got us again. Ooh, you win. Ooh.
I mean, they tease the appearance of Molten Man, at the bottom of that cover, but imagine what a loser you are if you're the Molten Man, where it's like they have to do a bait and switch and put Rocket Racer on the cover.
It's so funny.
Imagine you're such a loser. They're like,
that's like going in for freaking Scorpion and you get Shocker, like, ooh, or worse, you go in.
Hey-oh!
Turns around, it's Hydro Man.
Oh.
Like, ooh.
Or no, they promote Hydro Man, but then it actually ends up being Water Wizard.
Oh no. Or they get you in with Mysterio, but it's really Electro. Yeah. Or worse, no offense. They tell you it's going to be a Doc Ock story, but really it's a Kurt Connor story.
Oh.
Burn.
Yeah.
Or they throw the Green Goblin on the cover, but it ends up being like Bart Hamilton or Harry
And
Osborn.
it's the Goblin Queen! No, I'm kidding.
Or it's Mackendale.
People get excited for that, you know.
Yeah.
Or worse, it's the Golden Goblin.
Oh.
we could totally rip on the Golden Goblin. That's fine.
Oh, God. Gold Goblin. Jeez. So
Or
what?
no, worst of all, they tell you it's Venom, but it's really like an 8th tier symbiote.
Summer of Symbiotes, kids.
Exactly.
All right. Any other thoughts on this one, Lilith?
Nope, Len Wein got us again, boys!
Hey-o. All right, so part 2 of this one, Amazing Spider-Man 173. There's the Molten Man on the cover.
I'm like, bring back Rocket Racer.
Oh, God. And, of course, kids, you knew this title was coming. If you can't stand the heat,
stay out of the kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
Exactly. He's like, wait a minute. This is Daredevil.
If you can't stand the heat, get out of Chelsea.
Exactly.
Looks like the same team as last time. Len Wein is still editing his own stuff. Spider-Man is recovering from his battle with the Molten Man in a hospital, and he barely manages to escape when not only the police, but a bunch of doctors try to stop him. In the process of escaping, he gets shot at by one of the cops, although it only grazes his arm. Meanwhile, good job, Spider-Sense. Meanwhile...
He's probably going through some psychosomatic issue right now.
Yeah, I know. Meanwhile, the Molten Man himself breaks into a pharmaceutical company and forces a scientist to try and make a cure for him. She eventually complies, and although she administers a cure for him, it proves only temporary. Reverting back to his unstable Molten Man form, Mark Raxton goes on a rampage. Having just been bailed out of jail by Mary Jane and Harry Osborn, Liz is sullen about her experience. When the that cavity search was horrible.
I'm gonna need you to bend over and cough, ma'am.
Whoa! Hey, man, you ladies.
Definitely not in the prison purse after that.
I was gonna say you ladies got that extra prison purse. Huh?
It's in his prison purse.
I think they actually now make you like jump up and down or some weird stuff.
Oh my! Go on. When the police come and ask her to help them, as the Molten Man is now holding the pharmaceutical building hostage and is demanding that she come to him.
Not bad.
We kept you in prison all night, but can you do us a favor? Peter Parker, returning home, also gets a call from Joe Robertson telling him to go and cover the situation for the Bugle. When Liz goes into the building, upon the Molten Man's request, who doesn't want to die alone, Peter follows in behind as Spider-Man. When Spider-Man blows his cover, it leads to a battle between the two enemies. Their fight sets off liquid oxygen tanks, which puts Liz at risk when the building catches fire. Spider-Man manages to fight off Molten Man long enough to get Liz to safety. The Molten Man seemingly perishes when the building explodes. Mortified by what happened, Liz flees, leaving Harry broken-hearted by the rejection of his fiancée. Do what I want, I'm rich. Yeah, Liz points out how the Molten Man thought he had been dying before. That was an Amazing Spider-Man 132 and 133.
Don't worry, he'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, although he seemingly perishes, he resurfaces again in Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man 63.
So close.
That's so funny, because I think when he reappears in the 90s, it's like a Web of Spider-Man 62 or 63, so... Alright. Thoughts, Lilith?
Okay.
Okay,
Wait,
because
I know I say I want like the side characters to have a life again, but not this. I don't want this for side characters. I want them to have a life and be fully fleshed out, but not this.
How so?
Find something else. I want to see like Mary Jane partying, living her best life. I want to see I want to see Robbie and Tombstone make up. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Stay tuned, kids. In a few months here, we're going to get to some Robbie and Tombstone.
Yes.
In prison.
Even better.
Along with meat and werewolves. Yes.
We've been threatening that for so long and never thought that
it's coming, hell.
I think literally we teased in like the second or third episode.
I know.
Spider-Cat.
Hey, I was good, man. I held off for over 200 episodes.
I know. So proud of you, man. So proud of you.
Thank you.
We had to build the audience trust before we could get that weird.
That's true. I was going to say, I had to get the Cosmic Spider-Man and other things first. All right. So any thoughts on this list?
I just think it's absolutely hilarious. Honestly, this whole situation is just really funny.
I know.
It's funny in a sad way, but like they're comic book characters. I can laugh at this. It's fine.
I just love Liz Allen. Basically, I forgot she worked as a nurse or whatever. Until that Gold Digger Gravy Train came in.
Exactly.
I mean, look at her now. Dead husband. She's running Alchemex.
Got herself a little symbiote.
She's running a major company now, and the husband, accidentally died as the Green Goblin.
She's living her best life. She is.
I know. That's so funny.
At least Marv Wolfman won't give us a bait and switch for Rocket Racer.
Oh yes,
right?
Yeah. Oh no, we get 2 issues of Rocket Racer coming up here. And the cannon and the fodderest of cannon fodder. All right, are you ready?
Let's get into it.
Amazing Spider-Man 182 from July 1978. The Rocket Racer's back in town. This time writer Marv Wolfman, penciler Ross Andrew again, inker Mike Esposito, colorer Glennis.
Yeah, this era is definitely belongs to Ross Andrew for Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Oh my lord!
He did some Superman too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He did. He did. Well, if nothing else, I believe he's the one. He pencil the Superman, Spider-Man. That original crossover.
Yeah.
The original Marvel DC crossover. Oh, we gotta hit that one day.
I'm surprised. Like, it's just so much Spider-Man, but yeah, I'm surprised we haven't done that yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need to pull the trigger on that.
No, absolutely down for it.
Oh my god, we might have to make a month of it. That we'll do Batman Hulk.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay. All right, the Rocket Racer's back in town.
Oh.
The Rocket Racer is back in action, and Spider-Man happens to catch it. Oh, wait, I forgot. In true fashion, again, this must have been the thing this era. Marv Wolfman is editing himself, just like Len Wein.
It might have been. I mean, I think it was like because they were like the elder statesmen of Marvel at this point that they were entrusted. Like, hey, man, writing a book, you're gonna have to edit yourself. We don't have the talent to spare. So I think that's what it was, honestly.
Maybe, or Stan just didn't want to pay a separate writer and editor.
That's what I mean. They're like, we trust you.
Excelsior!
We're on the honor system. Don't go doing nothing crazy. We trust you.
You don't do anything crazy like these 2 issues. All right. The Rocket Racer is back in action, and Spider-Man happens to catch him stealing plans from a building. Although he puts the Rocket Racer on a chase, he ultimately loses the novice crook in the subway system.
Not a good look.
Not
a good look for Spider-Man.
Got pwned by Rocket Racer. The Racer turns over the stolen papers, which could indict his employer, Jackson Wheel, of embezzlement. Keep your eye on this guy, kids. Keep your eye on this guy.
With a name like that.
This man is about to become a villain. This guy is going to be so much cannon fodder. He's going to make Mackindale look like a criminal mastermind.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh!
Nothing's worse than Mackindale.
I don't know. This guy might be. When the key document is missing, the Rocket Racer reveals that he has hidden it and intends to use it to blackmail Will into doing his bidding.
Pound my Rocket Racer! Rocket Racer's having a good issue, bro.
Yeah. That should be the title, Pwned by Rocket Racer. Meanwhile, Peter Parker makes time to go visit his Aunt May in the hospital and finds Mary Jane there, who scolds him for not being around for her again. He later takes Mary Jane out on a date, briefly pausing when his spider sense goes off in the hospital waiting room, unaware that the Rocket Racer in his civilian guise is there. I love, Mary Jane giving him a hard time. It's like, here, shut up and eat this cheeseburger.
You're hangry. You're not yourself when you're hungry, Mary Jane.
Yeah, have this meat.
I love how his spider sense works here. Marv remembers.
I know. And I love how many times is that?
Is my spider sense acting up again? What do I have a sense?
It's ting-tingling, ting-ting-tingling.
I know. How many times over in history has he been like, oh yeah, my spider sense is tingling? Nah, it's probably nothing. I'm probably tired or something.
It's probably just that creepy man in the shadow. Don't worry about it.
I think it's more like, I don't want to deal with it right now. Don't you hate that, guys, when it's tingling and you don't want to deal with it?
You better deal with it or it's going to fall off.
I didn't mean like that, Lilith. I meant an erection.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, either way. You better deal with it or it'll fall off.
That's true. Well, sometimes we need help. It's like on those heavy boxes. It's a team lift, Lilith Hellfire. Come on. All right, wait for Justin to pick himself up off the floor. All right. Later, Jackson Will decides to commit suicide.
Like, I'm not getting pwned by Rocket Racer.
I might as well just kill myself. Decides to commit suicide and is about to walk off a pier when he's stopped by the racer, who once more demands money. So.
We need the money. Gimme.
When the racer.
Money? I'll give you money.
When the racer leaves, Will decides that he's going to put his money to use to crush the Rocket Racer. The racer's nighttime activities attract the police and Spider-Man, who both try to stop him. However, they fail to do so, and the Rocket Racer manages to escape once more. Showing up at Mary Jane's for a visit, when she answers the door, Peter pulls out a Cracker Jack box. When she looks inside, she finds an engagement ring, and Peter proposes to her. MJ is shocked by this.
Yeah, she's like, babe, she got to do better. I literally have a billionaire. On speed dial. Thanks.
Oh yeah, does she have Bruce yet?
Batman, my favorite character.
The chance is never zero, Ray. I'm sorry.
He's like, I know.
That's one way to end an issue. I mean, you know.
Yes, and although, yes, we don't get the answer till next issue. So see, there's a precedent for them proposing and getting married. Come on.
You know, honestly, I think that Rocket Racer, if we tone the color scheme down a little bit, it's actually pretty ingenious for an urban environment and to get away and stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's why Rocket Racer never really became a thing. Like, Rocket Racer literally has never been fleshed out. Just there in the background.
I know. I mean,
but Rocket Racer had a good issue. He pwned a couple of people.
Oh yeah. And again, I mean, they kind of tried to bring him back to the 90s almost as a hero and stuff.
Yeah, that was an anti-hero at best. You know, I think that's where a lot of people make a mistake. It's like, no, that's not why I like Rocket Racer.
Killing guys with mini missiles.
Exactly. It's better than pumpkin bombs. Just saying.
Whoa.
I just really have never gotten the Goblin aesthetic at all.
It's a brand. I think the original Green Goblin was supposed to be what looked like a male witch, you know.
Yeah.
Pumpkin bombs. That original glider was like pretty much a broom.
Yeah, but then it got, you know, co-opted. Now it's all weird.
Well, it's so many. It's the telephone game. So many iterations, and it's just like.
Not that the original was, you know, anything to write home about. I mean, I kind of like the glider implement. I do, but like the pumpkin bombs, it's like, especially as it goes from goblin to goblin, it kind of definitely gets lost in translation. Why they were using pumpkin bombs?
I just want to have fun on a broom.
I mean, we pretty much went from that. Yes, him riding a broom to, you know, all these gliders now are basically just like penis metaphors.
Right in the chest.
Whoa!
I mean, that is pretty much the fate for every goblin awaiting them.
I mean,
every goblin should die by a glider to the chest.
Basically, every glider is just like a phallic object with wings and a head at the end of it. Come on.
I mean, what do they call that move? The bat wing, if you've ever watched Waiting.
What? I know what.
You've never seen Waiting, where they're like,
yeah.
It's the game they play where they're like, whoever looks at whoever penis, they gotta make like the shapes, the balls, and
yeah.
It's a Ryan Reynolds movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It's hilarious.
I was gonna say, I know bat wings is when your balls get sweaty and stick to your leg.
Couple of balls down the gob.
Anyway, YouTube is not gonna like this episode.
Corn. I'm talking about soccer balls. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
All right. So, next issue, Amazing Spider-Man 183. Spider-Man. On the cover, you see Spider-Man, Rocket Racer, and our new cannon fodder.
Wow.
August 1978, and yes, kids, we've waited 239 episodes, but it's time to talk about this gentleman and where the big wheel stops. Nobody knows.
Whatever Mark was smoking or snorting, I want it because this is ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Why did
Everyone loves cocaine.
Do this to us?
Everyone loves cocaine.
Remember, it's 1978.
Everyone loves cocaine.
Yeah, giant wheel. Yeah.
Because his name is Wheel. So he should probably be a villain that drives a big wheel, man.
Everyone loves cocaine.
And it's a car.
I guarantee you.
It runs on water.
I guarantee you somebody saw a little kid on a big wheel and just like, oh, yes.
Look at the little clampies on the side. Like, why? This is so impractical.
It's like a carnival ride of doom.
Literally, that's what they should have named it. Just go to Coney Island.
Oh my God! Would it have made more sense if they had just like, they build that as like a carnival ride, an evil carnival ride?
Gain sentience?
Oh, it just threw him in the circus of crime.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah.
I mean, at least it'd be on theme.
Yeah, this is totally off theme. But he's like, yeah, my name is Wheel. What you got for me, Tinker? He's like, you know what? I got just the thing, buddy. Got just the thing.
So
the cover alone. The cover alone is insane.
So he's Big Wheel. So who's his wife? Proud Mary?
Turn.
Rolling of a rocket racer. All right.
Don't teach rocket racer. Don't go blackmailing people.
Exactly. Looks like the same team, except I think Bob McLeod is the new inker. So.
Jimmy Novak on letters.
Spider-Man shows up for class early and thinks about his
I
know. And thinks about his upcoming graduation and hopes to marry Mary Jane.
No, I hate to bring it to you, bud.
I know. Meanwhile,
not yet, not right now.
Lots of tragedies in this issue. Meanwhile, Jackson Wheel has come to the Tinkerer to get a device to destroy the rocket racer. I mean, to add insult to injury, isn't the Tinkerer just like, yeah, I can sell you this thing I was working on for somebody else?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He's like, what's your name? Wheel? You know what? I got just the thing. Let me go out back. I got just the thing, bud.
I want to know who originally was going to buy that thing.
You don't want to know. The answer will disappoint you.
Oh, God, it was Mackendale trying to come up with his identity. And even he looked at that wheel and said, no, I'll throw a pumpkin on my head.
Yeah.
And ride a pogo platform. No, that's fine. Jack-o'-lantern. Meanwhile, Peter Parker goes to visit his Aunt May, unaware that the rocket racer, in his civilian guise, is visiting his ailing mother, who is sharing a room with May. Oh, what a coincidence.
Convenient! Plot point
Oh.
is convenient.
Very convenient. Well,
In all the hospitals in all of New York, he had to walk into my aunt's.
when Peter's spider sense goes off,
It's ting ting tingling, ting ting tingling.
he goes off, he changes into Spider-Man and bursts in on them and is attacked by the racer. The racer changes into his costume and their fight takes them across the city. Things get more complicated when Wheel coming in a giant gyroscope device dubbed the Big Wheel.
You can't be serious, bro.
I mean,
you can't make this shit up.
I mean, that was pure cocaine in the 70s, wasn't it? I mean, Lilith, you have to admit, this guy makes Harry Osborn look like a mastermind.
Truly.
Attacks them.
Just be glad that Big Wheel never really took off. It was a thinker, not a stinker. It was a thinker.
Oh, it's Big Wheel. I think it's both. Oh, Lord. Okay. And again, fitting end. The fight ends when the Big Wheel rolls off the docks and into the water.
Well, he did. He was thinking about, offing himself off the docks. I feel like that comes full circle.
He's riding in a full circle. Spider-Man dives in but can find no trace of Wheel. I love it's like Spider-Man is the only one. He dives in the river for Mr. Power and Responsibility, dives in the water for like 5 seconds, and it's like, oh, it's too murky in here. I can't see. I'm out. And literally no one else even acknowledges or cares that Big Wheel existed, let alone just like killed himself.
That's actually the saddest thing of all, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's what you leave behind, man. But don't worry, he shows up again.
A giant wheel. Stupid ass.
And dang it, wouldn't you know it, when Peter goes back to the hospital.
Realizing he's forgotten about Aunt May again, Peter rushes back to the hospital where he learns that his sudden appearance as Spider-Man put Aunt May in another seizure and she's in intensive care. Talking about psychosomatic.
Yeah, she's just doing it for attention, bro.
To make matters worse...
She's got Munchausen, bro. She's doing it for attention.
Oh, exactly. To make matters worse, Mary Jane comes to visit and at the same time tells Peter that she can't marry him because she's not ready to settle down and gives him back his ring.
She's got a lot more disco parties to go to, if you know what I mean.
A lot of disco balls, Love Hellfire?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Couple of balls down the gob.
I love it's like, at the same time, it's like, your aunt's in a bad way.
It's not that she's not ready to settle down. It's because she knows Spider-Man and he won't tell her. So.
But I love it's funny. It's like, here, let me tell you right at the exact moment you find out your aunt's in a bad way. Here, I'm not going to marry you either.
It's definitely giving Captain Pike. It's definitely giving Captain. It's like, oh, you won't get your promotion because of me? Well, I'll break up with you too. Spoilers.
Yes. Rejected, Peter returns home to find that somebody is waiting in his apartment.
Who could it be?
Spoilers, kids. It's the other mastermind of the Marvel Universe, Betty Brant. That other homewrecker.
Like, I heard Mary Jane broke your heart. Eyebrows.
Let me kiss it and make it better. Oh, yes.
I'm telling you, that's a good theory, and somebody should do something with that. I just heard the best theory on the internet. Who said it? It was those crazy guys over at the Ultimate Spider-Cast, of course.
Marvel, we'll help you write it up and flush it out. We just want Capes and Lunatics name plastered all over comics. Come on.
Remember our comic book aliases, heroes, and cloaks.
There you go. I mean, I'll give them full rights to use the name Capes and Lunatics. I don't give a crap. Although Big Wheel seemingly perishes here, he turns up alive again in Spider-Man Unlimited number 12 in 2006. So that's how great this character was. No movement between 1970.
Somebody remember, like, hey, didn't Big Wheel disappear?
1978 and 2006.
Nobody, no case.
I mean, like, almost 20 years later. Or no, 30 years later. Almost. Mm-hmm. That's right. 28 years later, he makes another appearance. Again, that character, there was too simplistic. It's just, again, he should have been in a circus of crime or something.
It's not too late. It's never too late. Somebody, maybe 2 generations from now, they'll discover the wonders of the Big Wheel and do something with it.
Oh, please. 2 generations from now, please. I guarantee you there's a Post-it note with the name Big Wheel on Dan Slott's desk. I guarantee you.
Shut up! You shut your filthy mouth, Philip! No, I'm not ready to talk about that, but we can talk about
it. You mean now?
We're done, right?
Yeah.
Before we get into the new books, I guess we can We can just get this freaking dog and pony show, horse and pony show over with.
So yes, kids, following up on the news that yes, we're Spider-Boy's going to be getting his own ongoing series, and the next issue of Spider-Man number 11, and we're going to get the origin of Spider-Boy.
Spider-Boy.
It seems by episode or issue 31 of Amazing Spider-Man, not only will Zeb Wells be wreaking havoc on his own, but in true Liz Allen, Betty Brand fashion, Zeb Wells will get a partner in crime. His name, Mr. Dan Slott.
They're like, hey, we need a name on this book because you're not doing too good, Zeb. They're like, Zebby, let me introduce you to Dan Slott.
Imagine when they have to give you a babysitter on a Spider-Man book.
And it's Dan Slott.
They need
That's like the Bad Babysitter Club.
Exactly. They need someone to rein you in, and it's Dan Slott.
Like, look at your life choices. That's all I'm saying. Holy crap. I would go stand on a pier and contemplate my life choices if I was Zeb Wells. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
looking out the window wistfully, like, was it really that bad, guys?
I mean, when the good influence is supposed to be Dan Dirty Slott, I mean, I know how to fix the Spider-Man book. Let's double up on the brand new day energy. Yeah.
Well. What a web we weave when we look to deceive.
Oh, they're throwing some webs, all right. Ugh.
Keep an open mind. I just wish, I always wanted Mary Jane to have something to do, but I never really thought powers were the answer necessarily.
Oh yes, that's the other announcement. Yes, the Mary Jane is going to be using those powers and going by the name Jackpot.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't last, and she won't get her own book or anything like that. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'll probably support it just because Marvel needs more female-led books, and it is Mary Jane. But at the end of the day, didn't they just give Ben's girlfriend?
Oh, Janine, yes, is still, yeah.
Kind of like, babes, you're already retreading water, and that was less than a year ago.
So once again, or is it that?
But then maybe now she can team up with Black Cat, and they can totally leave Peter behind. Maybe. I would like that actually, because technically Black Cat's powers used to be kind of like luck powers, and her powers are kind of like
Oh, those two versus Hallows Eve.
Oh yes,
Catfight, Jerry.
Exactly. I'm just saying, if that's what they're working towards, I would be open to that. But anything short of that, I don't want it.
I mean, I know after the miniseries, they said Hallows Eve showing up in the Amazing Spider-Man annual.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So.
And I think that time frame kind of lines up too. So.
Yeah. So I know that. So they might be building towards that. But I just want.
I'm here for Mary Jane, but I'm just so sad she's going through this at the hands of Zeb Wells and now Dan Slott. She's been through enough.
I just wonder if we're gonna be if Dan Slott's coming on, because are we gonna have more synergy?
We need numbers. I told you the book's not.
Yeah, well, that, and are we gonna build more synergy between the two books where it's basically Amazing comes out twice a month. Spider-Man comes out once a month. Is it going to basically be, where you're kind of getting a Spider-Man book 3 times a month again?
Probably.
Give us some triangle numbers. I mean, could you see? I mean, I can see that to boost numbers on Amazing if the Spider-Man book's doing better, where it's like, hey, here's a 3-part story. Part 1's here. Go jump to the part 2 in the other book.
And that's where I will leave you guys if that's how this is gonna go. We'll just talk all old issues. It's fine.
I don't think that's where they're gonna go, but I guarantee.
They better freaking not.
I guarantee you, there's gonna be more synergy between the books. Probably, we're gonna get more Spider-Boy mentions in Amazing.
Again, with Miles Morales taking off on the Sony side, yeah, I totally see Spider-Boy filling that niche, if you will.
I know it's so fun. I mean, it's so obvious, now that you say it, because it's look at Kamala's death. Miles was way closer to Kamala than Peter was. No mention of Miles. Now we got the whole Spider-Boy thing, and I guarantee you. I mean, when's the last time Peter thought about Miles?
Well, to be fair, he's never really been that interested in the boy.
I mean, they used to have.
Didn't have an influence on it. So.
I know, but they used to have Miles might slip.
They tried, but they forget. He forgets about Miles.
Yeah,
he forgets about Aunt May for stretches, bro. So don't take it personally. They needed Miles to be his own person.
Yeah.
So I was always kind of thankful that he wasn't there lurking over his shoulder all the time.
That's fine. I mean, I am here for making Miles his own character.
I would have loved to see him and Ben's relationship personally, because they're both testing like these outcasts. Like, with what does your life mean when Peter's still alive? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I think those two like definitely should have had their relationship.
Oh, I'm here for that. I mean, come on.
I mean, I think a lot of people just don't. I mean, there's other ways to do things. Like I'm like low key, I'm kind of sick of Peter Parker right now. So any Spider-Man but Peter at this point. And Ben needs something to do. It's like totally bullshit about that chasm thing. I'm still pissed about it.
Let's get him out of limbo.
It's like so many other, like when we did the Beyond story and like Ben and Miles meet and stuff. I was like, yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean,
I'm excited for nothing.
I mean, how interesting would that be? Let's get Ben out of limbo, make him a hero again, and it's like, if he is missing most of Peter's memories, let's play with that. Be like, hey, I mean, look at this character. He's an adult, but he's basically going to learn, what kind of person is he without all someone else's memories.
Exactly. It's just so many other interesting things we can be doing than whatever the hell's going on in the Spider Universe right now. That's all I'm saying. Marvel's got to stop being petty. Like, they have to stop being petty. Like, it hurt them for so long being petty about that X-Men and Fantastic Four thing. Like, don't make the same mistake again.
No!
And I see it. I literally, with Gwen and Miles, they're like, well, they're not really part of the main Spider-Verse. We can just ignore them and sweep them under the...
I know.
That's what it feels like. And it's just such a shame. Like, history's repeating itself.
So if we created Spider-Boy to take Miles' place,
yeah, we're definitely going to get a flipping Spider-Girl.
Well, no, is Jackpot Pig in Gwen's place?
I mean, they have all the other Gwen variants, though. So
I know. But I mean, between Felicia and now Mary Jane, are we just like, oh, we don't need Gwen?
That's kind of true. We'll see. More as the story develops. Let's get to the new books. My blood pressure's already high, so let's just get to the new books.
Speaking of slot, Spider-Man 10.
Yeah.
Maxed out because it's Electro Kids.
You know what? Whether it's meant to be intentionally funny or not, I kind of like it.
I think it is supposed to be a pun, but and of course, yes, because it's Electro Kids.
But Norman Osborn is kind of by like absolute just rolling on the floor laughing for this age.
Oh, I know. And again,
it's like, oh, you weren't really going to be friends with Spider-Man? You don't say.
And of course,
it's like 9 issues too long for that to become like apparently obvious for other people.
It's even longer than that because it started amazing. It's like
exactly.
But of course, Slot's got to get his shekel because as we get Spider-Boy in here.
I was kind of excited, but then I started thinking about it and like the sinister, nefarious reasons, and now I'm like a little annoyed. And like Spider-Boy's just way too young.
Yeah, 10.
Oh, I mean, he's not a bat kid, so like that is way too. This isn't DC, where there's just orphans, an abundance of orphans running around.
Well, like even at the end of this issue, like even Peter says, he's like, I don't care how the universe got rewritten. He's like, I would never have a 10-year-old sidekick.
Exactly. So, you know what? Maybe it's something nefarious. Maybe he's like not even really 10 or something. He's just in the guise of a 10-year-old boy. Maybe it's Mephisto.
Or just his powers kept him locked in the, his body didn't age,
Yeah, there's got to be something more to it.
I mean, supposedly the origin's coming next issue, but it's like, he does have some secrets like those fangs.
Exactly. Which, yeah, interesting. I don't know. Like, I think it's like a good idea, but I don't really trust Dan to like actually bring it home with their execution, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, 10's a little too young. I'd say somewhere.
Again, it's like we literally have Miles' little sister too, which is way more of an interesting story. If you want to do a young Spider person, but like super young.
But once again, Miles. So.
Exactly. It's like, damn it! Stop being petty, Marvel.
I mean, you're tell me you're not trying to replace Miles. I mean,
it's so obvious.
The kid wears sneakers. I mean, come on.
It's so obvious. But I actually really enjoyed a little Mark Bagley Electro. It was so cute. It's like I don't know. I think the art on this is like really, really cute.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's like different from the other Spider-Man stuff that he's done. And not in a bad way, just different. Like I think it's very intentional.
Well, again, the two Bagley did do Ultimate Spider-Man with a young Peter Parker.
Exactly. So. Yeah, and that's definitely among the vibes for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird in this book because sometimes Spider-Man is like the supporting characters in his own book, especially with like Spider-Boy now. And then it's like Aunt May. And like, why is she barging in on Norman? Like, I don't know what's going on.
She's going to the rich man and saying, My nephew is all tired after hanging out with you. What's going on?
Exactly. It's giving Tim Drake and Bruce Wayne. Like, why are you hanging out with my young child, sir?
Why does he come home all tired and covered in bruises?
Scroll on over to the freaking Capes sidekicks feed.
He's all tired and covered in bruises. What are you doing to him?
Reminds me of that Cartman episode where he's like got the whip and he's talking to the toy. Oh yeah, you're gonna take it now. Yeah.
Oh, don't give Slot any ideas.
It's already in the works, but it's Slot.
You're Norman's gay lover, aren't you? No.
I don't know. A lot of people are kind of like. I saw a lot of people have a pretty distaste for Spider-Boy already.
Oh yeah, I mean the internet's on to them. They're like,
I do feel like, for better or for worse, Dan Slott has a better fundamental understanding of Peter Parker and his supporting cast than say Zeb Wells.
Oh yeah,
and then of course it's just Mark Bagley art. Like, I'm just gonna be real. I just buy it for the art. I love every cover to cover.
Oh yeah, you know
it's beautiful.
You know I love the art. I mean, Mark Bagley's like my favorite Spider-Man artist.
They knew what they were doing. Like, had this been any other artist, I probably wouldn't be like as into it. I'm just gonna be real. But the art just adds something to it. But like I said, Dan Slott fundamentally, like, I feel like he's learned his lessons for the most part of like trying to reinvent the wheel with Peter Parker himself, which is why like he's doing Spider-Boy. That's like the energy he's putting in, He's trying to be different. So that's fine. I think that's probably why I'm okay with Spider-Boy as a character. Like, it'll let him leave Peter Parker alone because he does understand Peter Parker after all those mistakes. He totally gets it now, and that reflects the most in this book, especially when you compare and contrast with the main book. It's just night and day. Like, I feel like Zeb does not understand Peter Parker.
And besides with the besides the whole replacing Miles thing, I mean, bringing in Bagley on art and stuff. I mean, like I said, I think they're trying to give you like, Spider-Boy. It's like, oh yeah, this is almost like ultimate Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Those vibes.
I mean, I could be wrong. They could be having a massive year plan for Miles next year or something. And if they do, that will surprise me. I'm still not going to take my words back because this is what it feels like in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as soon as Into the Spider-Verse, which we knew was going to do crazy banana numbers, right? We all knew because the first one did crazy banana numbers and it's better than the last one. I didn't think they were going to be able to pull it off, but it was. And, that's on everybody's mind. So they're like, okay, we got a young Spider-Boy too.
Oh my! So is next issue going to sell out because supposedly the origin?
Well, no books are really actually selling out nowadays.
Oh, really?
Not very many. I mean, you have like first appearances, but like origin stories, probably not.
If people think it's worth money,
And that's the thing. You can see it on eBay for $100, but it'll be on eBay for $100 next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you can doesn't mean people will buy. I think people are very hip to,
Oh yeah, especially before it's proven that this is going to be a lasting character too.
Which it's not. I'm mark my words. Spider-Boy is not going to be a lasting character because listen, there's still bad blood on both sides. Like, I was really super shocked that they let Dan Slott back at Marvel, let alone doing Spider-Man. And so they definitely have their eye on him. But it is curious that I know for a fact that the Spider-Man book with him is selling more than the main book. So that's like his only like kind of like saving grace at this point.
Oh yeah.
They thought it would do well, but they were just like trying to extend an olive branch because we are having that resurgence for nostalgia and our favorite older writers and stuff. And for better or worse, a lot of people really did like Dan Slott's stuff. So I think that was kind of like the olive branch, and Zeb just decided to take a nosedive and do something crazy. And that's just where we are right now. So there's this like power vacuum right now in the Spider office is what I feel.
I told you, I think Zeb's up to something, especially with that death of Kamala, because he's one of the writers on the Marvels movie. So
yeah, but he literally needed to read them because, like I said, I was like, does Peter even know? I mean, like Miles and Kamala, like it's so obvious. Like, what are you? But like I said, I don't think they were gonna let him kill Mary Jane, so he had to pivot, and this was a terrible pivot. It's not a good look. It's just not.
I know.
It's like you don't know how to read the room, so I don't know, bud. I would like.
I needed.
I was so shocked. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
I need a shapeshifter. Oh, hey, let me have Kamala use her powers in a way.
Like I said,
supposedly
it's
she hasn't.
It's giving the worst season of Flash.
Oh, Savitar.
Yeah.
I
am the future, Common Barry. No, I am future Barry, you idiots! God, I hated that whole discourse.
So good. The movie had the copy.
Yeah, they had to copy a lot. If I was the movie, honestly, if I was that Flash movie, I would have went with the original origin. I would have not done that. I would have done something different. Because like Grant Gustin said, like we were literally fresh off the Flash, like a superior product through and through.
I love how like, yeah, we're not going to copy the show and have Eobard. No,
Black
we're just
Iris, Eobard, Dad in prison.
And I love they still didn't name drop Eobard as the murderer of his mother. It's just like, oh yeah, if we
that's
fix.
That's gonna be in the next movie that we're not making, and we knew we weren't making.
I'm surprised they didn't even tease that. It was basically just like, oh yeah, she was murdered. Who murdered her? Don't worry about that.
Well, like I said, Dark Flash was basically Eobard because he knocked him out.
No, it's
probably did go back and kill his mom for all we know. It just wasn't clear.
I know.
That screenplay was in development hell for like 30 years, so you know it is what it is.
Oh.
But we do have other Spider books to talk about.
Oh yeah. Oh my god! But this issue, Maxed Out Part 3, shocking behavior.
I don't know. I like the corniness.
I know.
It's giving 90s. It's giving fun. At least he's having fun with the character. Like I feel like so many other writers are just kind of doing the motions to get their year on a big book and done, so they can go do their creator. Like it just feels. That's how it feels in the marketplace right now for comics. At least he's having fun. Like I mean, I'm no Dan Slott defender at all, but at least he's having fun.
That's true.
He understands the character, and it's art by Mark Bagley. Like that's all I can say.
That's true.
That's all I can say.
I mean, that's a big part of that.
It's not like super dour, like and brooding. Like I'm over it.
Well, again, there's all in the main book. There was that big black cloud of Mary Jane left them and all this. That's what Zeb started his run. It's like, it's 6 months later and everyone hates Peter.
No, everybody hates you. And Paul. Paul can go now. He built the suit. Can we kill him already?
I know.
We understand now that he is just a plot device.
I thought we were going to kill him at the when we killed Kamala. I was like, huh.
I know.
All right, well, hey, Lilith, did you know, in the 1990s, new information, not only did Eddie Brock work with Silver Sable, but Dr. Doom got his hands on that symbiote?
I did know that because I, too, read Lethal Protector 2 number 5.
Ooh!
I didn't think I was going to like this book, but it's actually turned out to be pretty cool and fun. I mean, are the retcons annoying the shit out of me? Absolutely, but it's still fun.
I mean, it was written by David Michelinie, who wrote a lot of that 90s stuff. So.
Yeah, so it's like the what ifs of it all. And it's Silver Sable. I mean, Silver Sable International still available, kids.
And I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just the artist preference, but I mean, Silver Sable having more junk in the trunk than I've ever seen her with in this.
Well, it is the year of our Lord 2023 when BBLs are the thing. Although Kim Kardashian took hers out, so it's on the downtrend, but it's still a thing. Booty is queen, if you will, right now. Boobs.
Whoa!
Booty looks good all the time.
Those butt cheeks scare me.
Oh my! Yes, I've noticed that trend where butt is queen these days, and it's just like, why? Or
they're going back to the Rogue days, you know. Rogue was this trendsetter.
No, but I just mean in the world. Why is butt big again? It's like, are we not facing each other during intercourse, kids?
Ew, you do it missionary? Yuck.
It's like what Dwight said on The Office. He's asking Jimmy, he's like, "How did you do it? Did you do it the regular way, or lady on or how do you say it? It had a weird name for missionary, but it didn't sound like the normal way. He's like, "You did it that way, didn't you? You freak."
I don't know what happened, but I do know what happened with our culture, but that's a topic for a Patreon episode.
Oh,
back to David Michelinie and his Venom. I was so curious. I wonder why David wants to do a Venom.
I mean, he did.
But he is having, like, again, he is having fun. He has a very, very good grasp on the character, and he put in Dr. Doom, so you know I was there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and Silver Sable. I was like, okay, whatever you say, sir.
I mean, it's kind of his baby. He did invent Eddie Brock, so.
I know, but he has to like be kind of annoyed about what it can and what it has come to. Like, honestly, a little bit of oversaturation. Like, it was fun when it was once a year, but now it's like literally like 18 symbiote crossovers at all times going somewhere in the corner of the Marvel universe. So that has to probably annoy him. So I think he probably just wanted to come and set the record straight, maybe.
Yeah, well, once again, I think we mentioned this might have been on our Patreon episode. It's the Captain America Heroes Reborn. Go pay for Patreon. Listen to that. But like we said, why are we sticking JMD Mateus, David Michelini on flashback miniseries when we can have them on main books?
That's the $1 billion question.
Or you know what it is? It's what it probably is. It's probably like if you want the older guys, it's like they're going to want more money.
We need the money. Gimme.
And they deserve it. That's kind of how it. Well, I don't know that they.
And again,
seniority.
Yeah, and I mean they've been in the business for decades, so they know how the game's played. So they're like, yeah, no.
And then DC would definitely offer them more money at this point because they're desperate.
Oh my! Can you imagine revamping that Justice League with the Mateus? I mean,
I've been waiting for the offer to come through the pipeline. I don't know what the fuck's taking something, to be quite honest.
Can you imagine?
Like, if you want that book, I feel like they don't want Justice anymore or something. They have just done everything to damage the brand so terribly.
I mean,
and the obvious answer is right in front of them, and he's working on a Superman book that is doing numbers. It doesn't make sense.
If you want to take a break from the Big Seven, revamp that Justice League International with DeMatteis,
It doesn't make sense. The obvious answer is just like literally right in front of their face.
But again, is that the thing? They don't want the big talent because they can't pay for the big talent. Is that it? They'll just get.
But the thing is, it takes money to make money, right?
I know.
And it would do numbers. We already know because that Superman book is doing fantastic numbers. Like, all the stuff that's like based on the 90s at both places, at the big two, are doing numbers where the main books are like really sagging in sales.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the obvious answer is obvious, and I don't know what's going on. Like I said, there is a lot of bad blood, but they have been trying to extend olive branches here and there. I totally was shocked about that Jim Lee news. Like, I never thought that would happen. So that was cool. And so, like, I feel like they're trying to make strides, but it's just not enough.
I mean,
they need to do the full Monty at this point.
For some reason, they don't want to roll out the red carpet for the classic guys. They'll take the younger.
I think they don't. Yeah, they don't want the younger guys to get like. I don't know what it is because we do need new talent. And I do enjoy our new talent.
Well, that's the thing. They have their stable of newer writers, and they just work them to death. That's the thing.
To death. Like, they definitely, like I said, I totally understand, like, the state of the comic book issue right now, and why people only want to work, like, maybe a year and a half on a book. It's super demanding. You get all the hate on social media when you make one wrong move.
Yeah.
With the exception of Zeb Wells. Zeb Wells deserves all that he's getting.
All right.
Maybe a little bit more.
All right, I'm going to throw this out here, and remind me, I'm going to throw this out in other places, too. If you work for Marvel or DC as a creator, and, like, you want to give us some inside dirt, I will keep you anonymous.
Not even dirt. I just want insight.
Just you can write me an email. I'll keep you anonymous and just read your words. So.
Yeah, what the hell is going on over there?
Exactly.
I mean, DC, I expect that from, but Marvel, like, I don't expect them to be petty like that.
I mean, imagine how good all the books would be if you had that mixture of new talent in the older guys. Or
like what I was excited for about the Beyond, where we had like a mix of old and new and cool ideas, and like it sounded like they were like really like getting together and like having that character conference, but nothing. Nothing came from it. Nothing came from it.
No, that's the thing. They could have done so much good. You could have spun a Ben Reilly book out of that.
You know how much easier it is to get people together in the year of our Lord 2023, right? Like, you got Slack, you got Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
You got StreamYard. StreamYard, you should definitely probably sponsor us. I'm just saying, like, it's so much easier to have these face-to-face conversations and have that free flow of ideas.
I know for a fact in the 90s, when you had 4 Spider-Man books a month and 4 Superman books a month, all those creators would get together at least once a year and have like a big thing to plot out the year. And it's like, it's so much easier now. You could just hop on a Zoom call and do that whenever.
Yeah, it's so so weird the way that, like, as technology gets better, things start to fall apart more. It's kind of crazy. But I think I'm just gonna be like controversial. I think maybe Lethal Protector 2 #5 was my favorite Spider book this week.
Ooh, I mean, I could get.
It was super fun. Like, it's Dr. Doom and Silver Sable. Like, that's right up my alley. And it's like, this is like the best Venom has been. Like, no offense to, you know, what's going on in the other Venom book and stuff.
I mean, it's pure.
That's not classic Venom.
I mean,
I love a classic Venom.
I mean, pure Venom back in the day when there was only him and maybe Carnage, you know, and it's.
Damn, Carnage gets away with everything.
I need a DG Chichester drop of that. I do.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
We also had a regular Venom book out too.
I know.
2022.
Yes.
Like, oh, good for him.
Flexo.
Yeah. But he's displaced in time, and I'm kind of like, okay.
And I'm just like,
the far-flung future.
I'm like, wait a minute. There was a symbiote in World War II, so I hate when they do this. So it's like that original symbiote's not the original symbiote. I'm just like, really?
Or maybe he went home and wanted to come back. I don't know. Maybe that's what he was doing.
Oh, Poochie. Poochie went home. Okay.
Yeah, Poochie went home, and then he saw his opportunity during Secret, you know, to hop on Spider-Man and get back to Earth. I mean, Earth is a little ghetto. You can do what you want when you're an alien. Nobody's gonna stop you.
Yes, and the big news, kids. Those symbiotes make webbing from their poop. So
organic webbing. It's not quite what I wanted, but when you say Flexo, I think of Futurama. I'm sorry. You know, the symbiote is not the first thing that comes to mind.
And I wonder if we're going to build on that Lethal Protector stuff because Doom does show up at the end of this issue.
I know. Don't show that X-Men red ad. Thank you.
Why?
Cover that right up.
What?
Cover that right up.
Why?
That can go to hell.
I mean, remember when that was going to be the big Storm book and it's...
But I like that it kind of slowed down, even like, but it was still full of action. Like that is what I kind of like want from my Venom book, though. No lie, I like that they have definitely. I like the body horror that he brings to it, and I like the action. It's never a slow story with the Venom. It's just like the whole time travel shenanigans. I'm kind of over it. I want him like back in the present.
Well, that's what I was gonna.
Chaos, but like in Dylan, I hope Dylan blows up.
Yeah. I mean, do you think have they heard the feedback where it's like, yeah, we have toned down like the time travel and the King in Black's the more cosmic angle of it all.
Yeah, I think so. But like Dylan's got to die then. I'm sorry, he's got to go.
Yeah. I'm just like we just need Brock back in that suit in the streets.
Yeah.
Or the good old days eating brains. Come on.
Or super abundance of chocolate. You know, he's definitely not himself when he's hungry.
Oh no!
Take out half-age pack.
A Snickers ad. A Snickers ad with Venom.
Honestly, like I mean, wait. I feel like they did do something like that with they had a couple of tie-ins.
Well, that's the thing. It's like in the movies, it's like, oh yeah, if I don't eat brains, I gotta eat like chocolate. Was it chocolate or chickens or something?
Or lobsters or whatever.
Yeah.
That movie's so far. I think I've only seen. Yeah, giving him a son. I don't know. I've always been on the fence.
I think it was just more of a hey, we want a street level Venom while Eddie's being King in Black or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's over. It's over. The best crossover you could have ever done. You should have just stopped doing crossovers after King in Black.
They should just. I mean, I'm just waiting for them to blow that whole thing up. So it's like, oh, okay, so now the symbiotes aren't connected by anything, and Eddie.
I mean, honestly, that's totally what we're working towards. Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping
because the Marvel universe is becoming super disconnected. Everybody's going back to their own little pocket universe. If you haven't noticed,
we need a break. Everyone needs a break.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I agree. I'm like the biggest proponent.
Okay, I mean, we're doing a third Hellfire Gala. That's like really.
And it's let's be honest, it's only for the variant covers. It's the only reason why we're doing it. Speaking of Venom, Extreme Venomverse was out too.
I did see that. I was like, yeah, it's all right.
I didn't know what was going on. It was like anime style. Yeah, it's like a whole bunch of like different writers and stuff. But like the reason why I picked it up is because it's Peach Momoko. I just love her art. So she's a superstar. If you don't know her, get to know her.
Yeah, She has a good
Gonna be
style.
there. We got Venom Noir in this one. Is another reason why I picked it up. I saw it right on the cover, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do. It's silly, it's goofy, but it's fun. This is what I want people to do with symbiote stories. I want it to be fun and violent, and that's what it lived up to. Like, this is how you do the multiverse with a manga twist. Like,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this. It was fun and different. Oh, also Groot is in there. Just so you know. And what they do with Groot is super funny. So if you like Groot and you like kind of like the pseudo manga anime style, like it's not extreme like some books have been lately. Like I think they found the perfect balance between like a traditional comic art that most older people are used to, and then also that fun anime American anime style, I guess I would say.
I mean, it sounds good, but it's just, there's so many books now. I can't even keep track of them. It's like there's that one, there's Edge of Spider-Verse. Doesn't Gwen have something? I mean, there's just so many of them. And then again, you're getting like the Cult of Carnage Misery stuff and Red Goblin, and
yeah, it is like I always said like I wanted Spider-Verse to grow, but this is not quite what I meant. It's not quite what I meant.
Exactly.
But like I think that they're having fun and they're trying to figure out what sticks, and I think that that's important to experiment, because I feel like there should be a Spider-Man for everybody.
Oh yeah.
So I mean I like that they're trying it, and I feel like there should be a Venom for everybody, quite honestly.
Well, they're trying.
They are, and they're having fun with it, and I think that's the most important part. Like I said, it just comic books haven't been fun for quite a while for me. Like every hero has been dark and broody and moody and dealing with adult situations like mortgages. Look, babes, I'm an adult. I deal with that on a daily basis. That's not what I come to comic books for.
Well, I think
if I want a slice of life, I will read an Archie book. Thank you very much.
Well, I think they've come to the conclusion where it's like every issue doesn't have to be, the multiverse is about to be destroyed, we have to stop it.
Yeah, that's what it feels like it's been. Like I said, sometimes it's okay to disconnect from.
Yeah.
Because like even like as much as people try to pretend like there's not a Marvel fatigue, there's a Marvel fatigue. Like there's no way in hell Sam Jackson's TV show should be the lowest rated. Like people have been waiting for Sam Jackson.
Exactly.
They love Sam Jackson in the MCU.
Exactly.
So that's crazy. So that right there tells me, yeah, like. And so I fear for the Marvel.
I don't know. I just don't know if Secret Invasion, is it too subtle for people, or are they just like, I need more explosions, and
maybe that's what. But WandaVision didn't have a lot of explosions until the end.
Yeah, but if you're a hot woman, you get away with more of that.
Okay. I really actually didn't like WandaVision when I actually got around to watching it, so I didn't know what everybody was hyping it up for. So.
Well, you don't have a penis.
I mean, no, Elizabeth Olsen, don't get me wrong, but like the actual story of it, I was just like, oh,
yeah. Well, I think I saw an article. They just like kind of confirmed. Oh yeah, that Agatha Harkness thing. That's going to be that's basically going to be WandaVision season 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, that was the first one out of the gate too, like show wise. So
yeah. And I'm just gonna shout out Edge of Spider-Verse. We got some art by Crisscross. I was like, oh, we're going back to that name now?
It's been a while.
It's super long time. Dream Spider? I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. And then J. Jonah Jameson getting bit by a radioactive spider. Interesting. I mean, basically Edge of Spider-Verse is just what if stories now. Okay.
I mean, pretty much. Again, it's like you said, they're trying to get a Spider-Man and a Venom for everybody. It's like, and again, this stuff sounds good, but it's just like stuff gets so lost in the shuffle. There's so many books now.
Yeah, this is a huge week from on top of that. Like we had a lot of X-Men stuff, so yeah, it definitely. Clobber in Time came out. Daredevil 13 was out.
Daredevil, yeah.
Captain America 750 was out.
Yep.
That stupid Captain Marvel Dark Tempest thing was out. We had Fantastic. Like, it was a huge week. We had a lot of X-Men stuff. And so I feel like they need to figure it out.
Well, Fall of X, are we finally going to turn that Krakoa stuff around and get rid of that?
I feel like it's been 4 years.
Oh,
right?
4 or 5, I think, because didn't that start, was that 2018 or 2019 that started? Yeah, so.
Yeah. Ooh, it's time. It is time. We need to get back to the status. I definitely thought it was only 2 years at most to get back to status quo.
Well, again, it was another Clone Saga. It's like, they put it. There was an ending in the plan, and then all of a sudden they're like, no, just keep it going. I think so.
I don't know why it wasn't selling. Nobody likes this story. So.
Again, are they spinning wheels, waiting to see if the MCU announces some X-Men event finally?
They would know better than anyone.
I know.
So,
although all those
looking good, kids.
Although all those writers, man, they claim that like they don't get any heads up about the MCU stuff. So I don't know.
I don't believe that at all because they want to lock in that synergy. So it might not be that like, hey, MCU, but I know editorial probably gets a heads up to tell their writers where to like kind of steer the story.
Yeah, I don't think they get the details, but they're like, oh, hey.
I definitely think it's like a mandate comes down like, hey, we need to shift it towards this.
Well, I think, I think
they don't tell them why. But I know for a fact somebody at the top gets a heads up.
That's what I'm
shifting things.
That's what I'm saying. They don't get an explanation, but I think it's more like, oh, hey, so and so is going to be in a movie. Put so and so in a book. Okay.
Exactly. Like it's kind of obvious if you just read the news and you figure out when you start seeing books pop up. It's like. Duh.
But again, it doesn't work because
it totally doesn't.
So
they'll never learn their lesson, bro.
Yeah, the people who just go to see the movies who don't buy comics.
The only people that learned their lesson was DC when they tried to make the Batman books more like Batman 66, and we suffered for a whole decade getting Batman back on track, and they've never tried that again.
Yeah.
Whereas they had success with X-Men, and they changed the suits, and nobody really batted an eyelash about it, and we should have raised a riot in retrospect about that, and then we wouldn't be where we are. But on that note, we do have 2 whole other shows to do.
I have 2 other shows to do. All right. Yes, kids. So, I believe, let me put up schedule. I believe that is your cannon fodder month.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on, I'm pulling up
schedule. It's been a cannon fodder kind of year, to be quite honest.
And next year's...
I love it.
And next year's not looking much better, kids.
Yeah, next year's not looking much better, which is fine with me.
All right.
I like the random obscure stuff in Spider-Man, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Like I said, Rocket Racer, I just wish they could, like it's a cool, interesting concept, and somebody should really take Rocket Racer.
Oh, yeah, you can update that stuff. Yeah, come on. All right, kids. So, yes, next week, it'll be Bad Babysitters Club. New father Ray may not be able to join, so it might just be me and Dave, so.
Uh-oh. The baddest of babysitters.
That's right. Chuck Dixon superfan Dave might be just be the only one joining me for Scarlet Spider 1 and 2, the Kane series. So.
If you can wake me up, I might. If Ray can't show up, let me know.
Lilith and Dave. Oh, the worst of babysitters. Yes.
I was like, this is my opening. Yes.
And then I made her wait an extra month, but in August we're gonna do Black Cat. Some Black Cat.
Finally, it's happening to me.
First week we'll do Amazing Spider-Man 194 and 195, her first appearances. Then we'll do Amazing Spider-Man 204 and 205, and Spectacular Spider-Man 87 and 88. Put that mask back on.
Who is she, Batman?
And then, of course, the end of that month, we'll do, me and the Bad Babysitters will do Scarlet Spider 3 and 4. All right, kids, and a special announcement. I'm sure everyone knows Lilith Hellfire is going on her sabbatical in September. Big announcement.
Just make it a yearly thing at this point.
Big announcement. There will be no Ultimate Spider-Cast in September.
What's taking
Well,
place?
I shouldn't say that. You will get your regular Clone Saga episode at the end of the month. But for those first 3 weeks, Justin and I are going to be doubling up on Marvel Tales. So.
Oh, okay.
So those first 3 weeks of September, you'll get...
Can they at least feature Spider-Man?
Oh, I mean, we might be able to make that work. I'm always like, no.
He's always doing a crossover somewhere, so.
I know. Hold on. I'm pulling up the schedule here. Oh, you know what? Those 3 weeks were kind of, each episode is going to like feature the same thing. Like the first week we're going to do an X-Men episode and an Excalibur episode. And then the second week we're going to do Silver Sable and the Wild Pack issues.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. So 2 episodes of Marvel Tales those 3 weeks, and yeah, they're kind of going to be on. Each week's going to be kind of on brand. So.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't worry, Lil.
I'll allow it this time. Don't let it happen again.
Don't worry, Lil. I've been doing this long enough. I kind of know what I'm doing. You know when it comes to branding and trying whoring for the clicks and views. I'm on it. Come on.
All right, that's true. I got you.
All right, kids. I learned from the master.
Master Doom?
Well, I was going to say 2 masters. Yes, Master Doom and yourself. Yes.
Make it rain. So says Master Doom.
Why did your eye drift over to my box?
All right, kids. So, yes.
Waiting on that third best Southgate episode, huh, kids?
Oh! Like I said, I follow the clicks and views. Anyway, No, it's coming. Hell. All right, kids. So, yeah, send us your thoughts on all the upcoming stuff and the current stuff. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics on, all the episodes and social media, merchandise, and a link to the Patreon. Here, Lilith Hellfire drunkenly rampage through all the Heroes Reborn series. Find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right. And also, remember, go in our show notes, find the link for the GoFundMe for Charlie Esser's family. The man entertained you for years, so yes, the least you can do is, if you can, please share a little with his family, help them through this time. But yes, it's a great tribute for Charlie Esser. Give them money. Give them money.
Okay, let's actually do the podcast that we get paid nothing for.
All right, Lilith Hellfire, the woman who puts in so much work and gets paid so little, aka nothing.
Yeah, it's fine. If you want to hang out with your internet granny, you can find me on Facebook for now, working on Instagram and Threads. I'm trying to decide, do I really want to get back to social media? I feel so much mentally better not being on social media, but I feel like maybe I'll give it a try. So whenever I decide to get those handles up, I'll let you know. But you can just friend me on Facebook for now.
Or if you're a rich suitor and you want to shower Lilith with gifts before your untimely death, yeah, you can always just send it to me. I'll forward it there.
Cash App.
Oh my! What's she doing? What's she doing for that Cash App? Jeez. She'll step on some balls. Don't worry. If that's what you're into.
God bless this man.
Speaking of torture, thank you for joining us for this Rocket Racer Molten Man Big Wheel episode. Talk about sadomasochism. All right, kids. Yes, come back next time for the Bad Babysitters Club. And then we'll start our Black Cat month next month. But until then, swing on back.
Flip it good.
Whipping your brains out.